Remember, we fight for what's right because it's time to go right.
Time to go right. Time to go right. Time to go right. Stand up, speak out, take a stand. For the truth, for the fight, for the heart of this land. We don't back down, we don't give in. We vote for the people, not the power within. Go right, stand for the truth, stand for the light. Go right, lead with honor, defend what's right. It's a movement, it's a mission, it's a call to unite. So rise up, step up, go right. We do right, integrity strong. We think right, logic leads on. We live right, with honor and pride. We vote right, we the people decide. Go right, stand for the truth, stand for the light. Go right, lead with honor, defend what's right. It's a movement, it's a mission, it's a call to unite. So rise up, step up, go right. Building up, not terribly strong. We think right, logic leads on. We live right, with honor and pride. We vote right, we the people decide. Go right, not tearing down. Standing tall, on solid ground. Future bright, future strong. Defend what's right. One voice, one fight, one nation, one might. We the people go right. The truth has a voice. This is Go Right with Peter Boykin, where truth has a voice. Where truth has a voice.
Hi folks, this is hashtag Go Right with Peter Boykin. I am your host, Peter Boykin. And just want to let you know, this is a new format that we're doing, hashtag Go Right with Peter Boykin. Took a little bit of time off trying to organize some things. And what we're going to do at hashtag Go Right, we're going to be talking about more than politics. It's a way of life. Hashtag Go Right isn't just about politics, folks. It's about doing what's right in every aspect of life. It's about making choices that uplift, strengthen, and unite our communities. It means doing right, which is standing for truth, integrity, and accountability. Thinking right by using logic, common sense, and fairness in decision making. And being right, living with honor, respect, and responsibility. And voting right, electing leaders who put we the people first. Hashtag Go Right is a direction, a call to action for those and all who believe in building, not destroying. It's about working toward a better future together. And today we have two articles that I will be talking about that I just published on GoRightNews. News. And I am trying to get the image of my camera back up. Let's see here. Here I am. Hey everybody, this is Peter Boykin. We're going to start with the first article tonight is about restoring integrity in our constitutional republic, a stand against illegal immigration and extremism. Again, these articles can also be pulled up on gorightnews.com as well. And thank you for tuning in. And please share this. You can also follow us on Kick and Rumble and every other little social media that I can remember to put it on. So we're going to start with the first article. And here it is. Restoring integrity in our constitutional republic. A stand against illegal immigration and extremism. This is hashtag GoRightNews, shared by Peter Boykin, a American political commentator, citizen journalist, activist, and constitutionalist for liberty, and former candidate for multiple positions. Maybe one day we'll get in. So, restoring integrity. Imagine a nation where the rule of law is paramount, where sovereignty is respected, and where the voices of its citizens are heard above all. This is the vision our founding fathers had when they established our constitutional republic. Today we face challenges that test our commitment to these principles, but with steadfast resolve we can navigate these turbulent times and waters. Reclaiming our borders, the transformation of the CBP-1 app, and a decisive move to uphold the integrity of our immigration system. The Trump administration has rebranded the controversial CBP-1 app, previously utilized to facilitate entry into the United States, into a tool encouraging self-deportation, now known as CBP Home. This app allows illegal immigrants, or aliens, to submit their intent to depart and verify their exit with the Department of Homeland Security, DHS monitoring compliance, and enforcing the law when necessary. Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem emphasized the significance of this change, stating, quote, "The Biden administration exploited the CBP-1 app to allow more than 1 million aliens to illegally enter the United States. With the launching of the CBP Home app, we are restoring integrity to our immigration system. This initiative offers a pragmatic approach. Illegal immigrants who choose to self-deport maintain the possibility of returning to the U.S. through legal channels in the future. Conversely, those who disregard this opportunity will face law enforcement actions, deportation, and potential bans on re-entry. On the first day of office, President Donald Trump terminated the use of the CBP-1 app, which had been used to parole over 1 million illegals into the country under dubious asylum claims. And in February of 2025, the first full month under the new administration, only 8,326 individuals attempted illegal crossings at the southern border, the lowest number ever recorded. Now, this policy shift is a cornerstone of President Trump's border strategy to combat illegal immigration, focusing on removing of criminal aliens, promoting self-deportation, and securing our nation's borders. Meanwhile, we're defending our values with the arrest of Muhammad Khalil, and a bold affirmation of our nation's commitment to counter extremism. Federal immigration agents detained Muhammad Khalil, a Palestinian activist and former graduate student at Columbia University, known for leading protests against Israel and expressing support for groups designated as terrorist organizations by the U.S. government. Stop right there before people go, well, you have the freedom of speech. Well, you have the freedom of speech until it becomes violent. Then you don't have that freedom. You lose that privilege. President Donald Trump underscored the significance of this action, declaring that Khalil's arrest would be the first of many as the administration intensifies efforts to address campus demonstrations that align with terrorist sympathizers. He stated, quote, "We know there are more students at Columbia and other universities across the country who have engaged in pro-terrorist, anti-Semitic, and anti-American activity. We will find, apprehend, and deport these terrorist sympathizers from our country, never to return again." Khalil, a lawful U.S. resident originally from Syria, was apprehended by federal immigration agents in New York and transferred to an immigration facility in Louisiana. His detention had sparked outrage among civil rights groups and free speech advocates who argue that the administration is levering immigration enforcement to suppress criticism of Israel. Now, a federal judge in New York City has temporarily halted Khalil's deportation, scheduling a hearing to examine the legal challenges presented by his attorneys. And his arrest marks a pivotal moment in the administration's crackdown on student protests perceived as supportive of terrorist organizations. Federal immigration authorities also attempted to detain a second international student in Colombia, but were unsuccessful due to a lack of access to the residence. The U.S. Education Department has issued warnings to approximately 60 colleges, including prestigious institutions like Harvard and Cornell, threatening the withdrawal of federal funding if they fail to uphold civil rights laws against anti-Semitism and ensure uninterrupted access to campus facilities and educational opportunities. In a related move, the administration has rescinded $400 million in federal grants to Columbia University, citing institutions' inadequate response to the harassment of Jewish students. Faculty members at Columbia have expressed concern that Khalil's detention aims to suppress free speech among non-citizen students and staff. Michael Thaddeus, a Columbia math professor, remarked, quote, "The attack on Muhammad Khalil is intended to make them quake in their boots and to make all of us quake in our boots. Our message to Washington is that we are not silenced, we are not afraid, and we stand together, determined to fight this ongoing assault on our fundamental rights." Now, Khalil's attorneys argue that his detention is retaliatory measures against his constitutional protected advocacy for Palestinian human rights. Typically, the government must meet a higher standard to expel a lawful permanent resident, such as demonstrating a conviction for a serious crime. Now, born in Syria to Palestinian parents, Khalil entered the U.S. in 2022 to attend Columbia University. He later married an American citizen who is currently 8 months pregnant. Khalil emerged as a prominent activist in pro-Palestinian protests at Columbia, serving as a mediator between student activists and university administration, a role that attracted attention from pro-Israel activists and subsequently federal authorities. Now, in response to Khalil's arrest, hundreds of protests rallied near the Immigration and Customs Enforcement Field Office in Manhattan, demanding his release. So here's our hashtag Go Right recap. Our constitutional republic stands at a crossroads, facing challenges that test our dedication to the rule of law and the principles of liberty. The rebranding of the CBP One app to CBP One Home signifies a renewed immigration process. Concurrently, the arrest of Mohammed Khalil highlights the administration's resolve to confront extremism and protect the values that defined our nation. For more in-depth coverage and updates on these pivotal issues, visit GoRightNews.com. Explore our content on Rumble.com under Go Right News. Tune in to hashtag Go Right with Peter Boykin on platforms such as Spreaker, Spotify, Apple, Amazon, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, and X Twitter, True Social, any other place we can think of, Instagram. Your support is invaluable. Consider contributing at the Cash App at $Peter Boykin, the number 1. Links are available on GoRightNews.com and PeterBoykin.com. Together, let's champion the principles that make our constitutional republic a beacon of freedom and justice. I hope you enjoyed that article. Here, we're going to continue with our second and final article of tonight. The looming shadow of nuclear annihilation. And no, it won't be aliens. I thought it was kind of cool watching the world blow up and the aliens are like, what the heck is going on? What are y'all doing? Like, what are y'all doing? And we're going to move right on to this article. and get it out of the way. So, the looming shadow of nuclear Armageddon. Let me pull up the page real quick. Ladies and gentlemen, imagine a world where the mere press of a button could obliterate entire cities, rendering our planet uninhabitable. This isn't just a scene from a dystopian novel, but a chilling reality we face together. Welcome to Hashtag Go Right with Peter Boykin, where we delve into pressing issues with unwavering commitment to our constitutional republic and the liberties it guarantees. I'm going to increase the font so I can read it a little bit better. In a recent interview with Fox News, President Donald Trump issued a stark warning about the existential threat posed by nuclear weapons. He referred to these arsenals as monster devices capable of catastrophic destruction, emphasizing that they are the greatest danger to humanity, capable of ending the world instantly. In the United States, holding the second largest nuclear stockpile globally, has invested immensely in its nuclear arsenal. Now, Trump lamented this expenditure, stating that the level of destruction is beyond imagination and that it's huge, it's large. Okay. And that it's unfortunate to spend vast sums on weapons that, if used, could signify the end of the world. Now, challenging the prevalent narrative, Trump dismissed claims that climate change is the most significant existential threat. Instead, he underscored there'd be a huge climate change if a nuclear war went on. Instead, he underscored the immediate and unparalleled risks posed by nuclear weapons, suggesting that while discussions about climate dangers are ongoing, the imminent threat of nuclear catastrophe isn't receiving due attention. In light of these concerns, Trump is advocating for the renewal of nuclear arms talks with both Russia and China. That's why it's important not to be fighting with Russia. Like we're all in Ukraine, but we're fighting against a country that owns so many nukes? I mean, come on, people. He proposes substantial reductions in defense budgets among the leading nuclear nations, aiming at 50% cut to curb the escalating arms race. He expressed that there's no reason to build new nuclear weapons when existing arsenals can already destroy the world multiple times over. The urgency of these discussions is further highlighted by the impending expiration of the New START Treaty, the last major arms control agreement between the U.S. and Russia, set to lapse within a year. The absence of such treaties could lead to unregulated nuclear arsenals, increasing global instability. The Kremlin has echoed the necessity of engaging the dialogue with the U.S. on nuclear arms control. Russian officials emphasize that the discussions are crucial for strategic stability, especially considering recent proposals from European leaders about nuclear defense strategies. Ultimately, the specter of nuclear annihilation looms large, demanding immediate and concerted efforts from global leaders. As citizens of this constitutional republic, it's imperative to stay informed and advocate for policies that prioritize humanity's survival over destructive capabilities. And here's our hashtag Go Right recap. We've traversed the perilous landscape of nuclear armament, heeding President Donald Trump's warnings about the monstrous threat that weapons pose. The call for renewed arms control talks with Russia and China are not just strategic, but essential for our collective future. As the New START Treaty's expiration approaches, the urgency for dialogue intensifies. Remember, in our constitutional republic, vigilance and informed discourse are our strongest shields against looming threats. And I'll remind you folks, for more in-depth analysis and updates, visit GoRightNews.com, engage with us on Rumble.com under Go Right News, tune to us on hashtag Go Right with Peter Boykin on platforms like Spreaker, Spotify, Apple, Amazon, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, X, Twitter, Instagram, Truth Social, Getter, Parler's back, folks. Your support fuels our mission. You consider donating it via Cash App at $ Peter Boykin #1. I might be changing that soon. And links are available at GoRightNews.com and PeterBoykin.com. So stay informed, stay vigilant, and always hashtag Go Right. Thanks for tuning in today, folks. We had a lot to talk about, and we're trying to stop the invasion and avoiding annihilation at the end of the day. God bless everybody, and peace.
Hi, folks. This is Peter Boykin from #GoRight. Let me break some things down. The future is up to you, and what are you willing to put into it? So will you #GoRight for America? Will you participate in the great American revival? Because together we can and will make America great again. But it's up to you. It is up to you. It's time to join the Go Right movement. It is time to #GoRight for America. Join us at GoRightNews.com. It is time for the great American revival, and it is time to #GoRight for America.